Good morning. This is going to be lesson 13, okay? Now, today's lesson is about evaluating functions. Nice, easy lesson, all right? So, first, we need to talk about one thing. When we talk about evaluating functions, we're going to be now in function notation. Okay, and basically all function notation is it takes a regular equation y equals 4x minus 1 for say, okay? This is normal, and now it is going to turn that into this is what we call function notation, okay? And this part here we pronounce f of x, or f of whatever number may be in the parentheses there, okay? Now, when we get into evaluating with examples, all we're going to have is f of x is equal to x plus 7, okay? F of x and equals and y equals are basically the same thing. That's all. The only difference is this is called function notation. So f of x is equal to x plus 7, and say your questions are going to look like this. F of x equals x plus 7, semicolon, f of 5, okay? All it's asking you to do is it's going to wants you to take 5 and it wants you to plug it in for x. So whenever I plug anything in, I put it in parentheses, and that becomes important later on. 5 plus 7, well, that's 12. That's my answer. That's literally all you're having to do. You can have this to where it says g of x is equal to 3x minus 8, semicolon, find g of negative 3. I'll take negative 3 and I plug it in for the x in the equation. 3 parentheses negative 3 minus 8. Now I'll multiply. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Bring down minus 8. Negative 9 minus 8, negative 17. Okay? It's that easy. Even if you have two x's. Okay, watch this one carefully. You've got f of x is equal to negative x squared minus 6x minus 4. I don't know what I was trying to say. Find f of 5. Okay, I'm going to plug in 5 for each individual x. Now notice about the x squared, I've got a negative sign in front of it. It's going to stay on the outside of my parentheses when I do this. Okay, it's just the rule. 6 parentheses 5 minus 4. Okay, I do 5 squared because of the order of operations. Negative 5 squared would be 25, so it's negative 25 minus 6 parentheses 5 minus 4. Still, order of operations says do 6 times 5. Negative 25 minus Negative 6 times 5 is negative 30 minus 4. Okay, keep it going. Negative 25 minus 30 would be negative 55. Minus 4, negative 59. Okay, now you will see some where now it's going to ask you to find f of c plus 7. Okay, I added a variable in there. Nothing to worry about. So I've got the function notation f of x equals 4x plus 1. Find f of c plus 7. I still put everything in parentheses. 4c plus 7 plus 1. I have an expression now. We distribute 4c. 4 times 7 would be 28. Plus 1. Combine like terms. 4c plus 29. Is there anything else I can do to that? No, because they're not like terms. That's my answer right there. Okay. Some other questions you will see is they're going to give you a list. And then they're going to give you the problem. And it says f of 4 plus 9. That shaking was the air conditioner. Right now it works. Hopefully it keeps working before y'all come back. Okay, it says f of 4 plus 9. All this is wanting you to do is they want you to find the equation f of x. So it's x minus 3x, but instead of x, I'm going to replace it with 4 plus 9, okay? So multiply right here would be negative 12 plus 9. Order operations, 8 minus 12 would be negative 4 plus 9. Negative 4 plus 9 would be 5. And I know I'm kind of going through this quickly, but I know that you will probably see one of these on state testing. Okay, so I want to show you a word problem. Hopefully you can see it. It says that an anthropologist used the length of certain bones. An anthropologist used the length of certain bones of human skeleton to estimate the height of a living person. One of these bones is the femur. To estimate the height in centimeters of a female with the femur length of x, the function h of x equals 61.41 plus 2.32x can be used. Find h of 46 and explain the meaning. Okay, all you would do there is plug in the 46 like we in for x, just like we've been doing. Now also, and you would have your answer there. On these graphs here, okay, it's a nice parabola and it's got 4 options. These are not multiple choice options. Okay, let's see. Those are not multiple choice options. Those are 4 different questions it's asking for number 18 right there. Okay, now A part says f of -3. Well, when we look at function notation, remember that function notation starts with f of x right there. Okay. So,
Coach Wayland and Coach Mike Castle, please come to the front office.
so f of x is how we usually write function notation. If it has f of -3, that -3 is replacing the x value. Okay, so how you get the answer on these is you find the x value on the graph, okay, and you go and find the y value of that. So f of -3 right there, the y value would be 1. For C, f of 0, the y value would be 5. For f of 1, it would be y value of 2. F of 2, the y value would be -2. Now how I find that is I just find the y value on the x value of f of -3, found it on the graph here, and I went up until I crossed the point. Okay. If you have questions about that, join the Google Meet, and I can hopefully pull up a screen and make that a little bit clearer for you. Okay. Have a great day, guys.